making a show of it, why are you doing it before? Or is that?
There's a thing called editing where you can take clips and put them in different order,
Okay.
and it makes it possible to do videos out of sequence. Well, it's happened. I've sold another car. This one, which I was going to keep forever. So why did that happen? Well, in one way, you can blame the market. Um, just was so expensive to keep. It was losing. It had lost a tremendous amount of its value a year or two ago, and it was just really expensive car to pay monthly on. And I was looking for a way out, starting about a year and a half in. Uh, Tried various lease schemes, was never able to get out from it. So I figured I'll just wait it out, and one of two things will happen. Either I will get it down to where what I owe and what it's worth are similar, or I'll just pay it off and keep it forever as the original plan. But was it just financial? No, not really. Another thing happened was we got that our orange Bolt back a couple of years ago that had been bought back from us off lease, and then we bought it back from a third-party dealer about 8 months later, and that was our third EV. We were going to use it for the kids, and it was a bit of a project car for me. And not a couple months after that, Hertz dumped a million, like 100,000 Tesla Model 3s on the market, and that ended up being not much more than we'd paid for that Bolt. So I ended up trading it in on the Model 3, and that was really what kicked all this off, because now I've got two primary cars, because I started driving the Model 3 a lot. And they're very different cars, but they were serving the same purpose of getting me around. So one of them costs a little bit of money, and one of them costs a lot of money. So just from that standpoint alone, one of them had to go. So this is the one that's going. I certainly am going to miss it. Fortunately, in the sale I made is a person I know, so I'm going to still know where the car is. That'll be cool. And it's a person who hasn't had an EV before, who I really wanted to get an EV, and now they have one, and they know everything about it because I've had it for 3.5 years. So all in all, I think it was about a good transaction as I could have hoped for this car. Hi, noisy truck. So if I was doing an exit interview with this car, what would I say about it? What would I say to it? What would I ask it? Basically, I would say it's been really good. It was always a bigger car than I kind of expected, but it didn't feel big. It's easy to drive. It's very nimble. It's got a great turning radius. It's got plenty of space. It's really comfortable. It's been 100% reliable. It's performant. It's pretty great. I mean, and unlike a lot of people who had complaints about all the touch controls, I never had any trouble with them at all. And mostly the problems, I think, were with the latency of the infotainment system, which they solved with the 2023 models with the software updates that they did for that model year. So I think it's always been just fine. The feature set of that infotainment system has been not great, but you get it into CarPlay, and who cares what the car's infotainment is? You've got CarPlay. And so no complaints there either. I guess some of the disappointments I did have over the length of owning it were the things promised that weren't delivered. They were, the previous CEO of Volkswagen had said in America to an American journalist that bidirectional charging was, these cars were capable of it, and that they would be getting that in a software update. That did happen, but only in Europe, not here. Another thing that wasn't promised but did happen later was preconditioning of the battery to warm it up before charging when it's cold out. Again, it's the capability the car has. It's simply software that makes it not available. And those are disappointments that based on them bailing on their own software development and tying up with Rivian to have Rivian do it, we probably will not see any feature updates on these cars going forward. But at least they will stay at what they are without meddling. So for 3.5 years, I've been driving this as my primary car on and off with the Tesla. In this last 6 months, I've been driving it exclusively and planning, finding a way to sell it, and that has happened. And so now I can get sort of back to the Tesla and deal with all of its pluses and minuses.
Like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Don't you want to have the new owner come in?
Well, I was thinking we could go for a drive. I'll sit in the passenger seat and you can tell me about your new car.
Oh boy.
So this is the first for my channel. I have a guest. Actually, I'm the guest in their vehicle. It's an old friend of mine on YouTube. He's known as ReedyD. And he is the proud owner, new owner of an ID.4 2023.
Cello. The sucker that was born every minute. P.T. Barnum would be proud.
So yeah, you drove the thing for like 2 or 3 weeks and you decided to keep it, to which I'm eternally grateful.
Yeah, you finally converted, and you get to preach to the converted now.
Oh no, I don't. I'm done. The preaching was all before.
Oh, preaching has never stopped with you.
Oh, okay, well that's true.
Yeah, so you loaned me the car for what was supposed to be a week, which became 2.
At least, yeah.
And then you came back from vacation, and you wanted to make sure that it stuck, so you started driving a stinky gas car in order to make sure that you did not interrupt the mojo that was going on with the loan.
Yeah, that was actually quite a sacrifice.
Yeah.
I used a whole tank of gas in a minivan. That was...
And didn't you have to
hard.
pump it as well?
I had to actually put the gas in, which,
Right.
ugh.
Yeah. It's kind of like being an ex-smoker and smelling cigarette smoke now and going, how could people
Right now
tolerate that?
Right now, you're what you hated when you were smoking.
Yeah. Well, I've always been wanting to do. So take a look at my kilowatts per, or my miles per kilowatt rather.
See, you are getting
Yeah.
way better efficiency than I did on the reg. There's something about the way you drive, and I think it's actually you accelerate and brake harder. And I think regen is just working in your favor. And I was always babying the thing.
I feel like I'm babying it as well, but I am aggressive on the regen because that's my energy. Give it back to me.
Right.
And I'm also usually pretty conservative on my acceleration.
And there's another thing you do that I didn't do. Is, I don't know if you're still doing it all the time, is using the lane centering.
When I'm in cruise, yeah, I do use it. If I'm going to be in cruise, I might as well have lane keep.
Right.
And
Even on roads like this, you would use it, and
right.
things that I never would have considered. And it seemed to do pretty well.
Well, we can follow this guy, set it for well over the speed limit, and it will pace him.
But you don't have lane centering.
I don't have lane. Yeah. I don't have it on because
there you go.
It likes to go off.
Yeah,
with the touch.
It starts with it off, doesn't it?
Not always.
Oh, okay.
I'm apparently toggling it because of the touch, the capacity.
Oh, so you do have a trouble with the touch
all the time
thing because that's a place you want to put your hands.
Correct.
And when you got a pace car in front of you, that's going to handle any stopping situations.
Completely down to a stop.
Yeah.
So I have a Honda Pilot, 2023 Honda Pilot HPD, and it has lane keep, and it cannot handle the simplest of curves. this curve coming up, we would be off in the grass. This car
Just does it.
just does it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you do get compounded regen by touching the brake. So
It'll add.
It does add.
Right.
For sure.
Yep. That's good.
Right, because sometimes I'm not stopping fast enough, but I also don't want to use my brakes. Well, transitioning from a gas car where I was always trying to drive as most fuel efficiently as I possibly could.
Right.
So very little, deviation on the accelerator, braking as little as, but I drive like I don't have brakes, which helps.
Which helps when you don't have brakes.
Which even helps when you don't have brakes when I'm driving one of your cars. Yeah.
Well, I gotta thank you for filming all this with me today, and I gotta thank you for buying the car, and I hope it goes well for you the next 3.5 years as well as it did for me, and that maybe you won't keep it quite as long as the one you had before.
I think you need, 23 years.
Yeah. We'll see. In 23 years, are you still driving this?
I'd like that, but I don't think
you won't. You may not be driving.
I don't think I'll be doing anything in 23 years.
Decomposing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up for the ID.4 and me. Maybe someday I'll have one again when they're real cheap on the used market. But for now, I got to get down from 2 cars to 1, and this is the one that is going. So let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate you watching. Thanks. That was a tidy 9 minutes.
Well, I think you're going to edit it down to about 6.
Well, that's good because normally when I sit in front of a car like this, it's 40 minutes and I cut it to 20.